Okay. I'm gonna do a quick chapter review for Black Clover chapter 365, titled 5 Years of Solitude. So we get a panel of Sakura explaining what she did. Supposedly what you call her master healing is only sealing the Black Bull's wounds and pain. It can't heal them. But not only that, it will become undone um when she gets taken out. And that was kind of already obvious. And I kind of like how it only seals their pain. It can't heal it. So like after all this and no one is around to heal them, then it might be it for Black Bulls. But then again, we do have the Witch Queen. So the Witch Queen could come in clutch. But I don't know about Gauche and Gray. Because we get a panel of Gauche and Gray. We see Gauche and Gray aligned together. Uh, Heavily, fatally wounded. I'm not sure they're going to come back. Unfortunately, if they do or don't, unfortunately, it'll be sad for me. But it is what it is. So after that, we get Charmy finally stepping up with her hybrid form, finna take on Damnatio, and then whatchamacall, Magnus is I think is it a Magna or not? I can't be sure, but one of them is telling Nero that her and Gordon and Henry need to stay back so they can all protect each other. So then Charmy goes on full offensive, use her food magic, but while she attacking Damnatio is also getting caught up with the with Nox magic with Equus and Canis, and the two hounds come out. So Charmy is also getting support by Nox, and they're kind of pushing Damnatio back. All five of them, Luck, Magna, Charmy, Zora, and Nox. Then Damnatio is starts saying that these people are actually silly buying time, doing what they was doing from the beginning. So then Damnatio turns it up a notch, and then Damnatio said, "You leave me no choice." And we see Charmy instantly gets damaged out of nowhere. He gets heavily injured, and then Charmy's out to fight, and then we see Zoro's coming in. And then we also see Kira explain his new power, saying that Master Lucius had granted some of his paladins a second magic type. And for him, he has the Supreme Devil Ball, which was also purified. And so, because of that, he been given Ball's magic, which is atmosphere magic, which is crazy to like hear, because like I can only imagine what he can do with atmosphere. Like he like controlled the gravity to. I want to believe he would able to control gravity, but like with atmosphere, it gotta be crazy though. I feel like kind of like atmosphere kind of like goes hand in hand with gravity. But we see Zora going in with a swing. Zora also gets knocked out, and then Danisha follows up with knocked, also getting taken down. And Danisha tells them all that they will all be judged by an invisible power. And that's a pretty clean quote he says, because like atmosphere is in like invisible tangent thing. And then we see Nero, kind of what we call flashes between her life, saying that for 500 years after the forbidden match she did that made her inhuman, she lived on for only one mission, for a ridiculous amount of time, long enough to break her mind, even in human form. It had never lasted. But she said once she completed her mission, she was fine with letting go of the world. A world without because a world without the prince meant nothing to her. Says back in her days, her and Lumiere was kind of like together and whatnot, making all sorts of magic tools. So she was really kind of sad when Lumiere went away. And Nero was saying after she does her mission, that's it, or so she thought, because now she got new friends, and that's her Black Bulls. And so then she's saying in her head to stop it. The friends who saved me are slowly going away. We see Luck get stabbed in the chest with one of Damnatio's swords. Magna try to land a Soul Chain deathmatch, but it gets smacked away, and he also gets defeated with the atmosphere magic. Lucius then charged up to the Black Bull's base, or like little spaceship, where Henry and Gordon is at, protecting Nero, and he just straight up destroys that too with just a single stab. And then the Black Bull's ship come crashing into the ritual where Fenrir, Vanessa, and the Witch Queen and Dorothy is slowly trying to complete. So then we see Henry and Gordon also out, and we see Nero gets flown all the way back to where the portal's at. Vanessa, um, Vanessa, the Witch Queen, and Dorothy try to stop Kira, but Kira instantly defeats them with the atmosphere magic, laying them all out. I'm more surprised that the Witch Queen gets laid out. I mean, maybe in this situation she really can't do nothing because it is atmosphere magic. Because I know certain magic types are kind of have more advantage than other type of magic. Because like she only has blood magic, and so I think blood magic can get easily wiped out with atmosphere. And then we see Kira, standing right before Nero, and then Nero saying it's your fault. Yeah, you're alive. You're why I stayed alive. Why I have companions. Why she was able to regain her heart. So come back. If you're not here, we can't even get started. Dang, that's a good quote like that. That's a good quote right there. If you're not here, we can't even get started. So then Nero yells out Asa's name. Then Kira said, "This truly is the end." But right before that, Asa finally comes through the portal, put his head on Nero's head, put his hand on Nero's head, kind of comforting her, letting her know that it's all going to be fine. But Asa really has a serious and determined look on his face. And then Asa says, "You guys, thank you." And we also see Nero reminiscing about Lumiere, seeing how Asa kind of resembles him in that pose. And that's a really cool chapter. I liked it. It was alright seeing how they all fought. Trying to buy time for Asa to get here, and he finally arrived. But at what cost? Like it seemed like most of the Black Bulls are kind of defeated, if not dead. So I know Asa gonna get his get back. I just can't wait to see how crazy Kira goes with these pages when Asa goes off on Damnation. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It was an okay chapter. I gave it like a 7 out of